that Super Eagles players are so much in love with this guy. They are so much in love with Eric Chille. They actually want him to stay. And then NFF has this history of not being good to managers, especially Nigerian managers. Evidence is in that of J.U.D, Austin Egavon, Sunday Olise. Many of them, their encounters as the manager of Super Eagles of Nigeria with NFF didn't go down well. So matters arising from NFF and Eric Chille's camp has it that Eric Chille, which is the current manager of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, has placed a 19-term condition for him to remain the manager of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, after he gave the Super Eagles of Nigeria a bronze medal in the concluded AFCON tournament of 2025. He has come up with a new condition for him to remain the manager of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. But note, this information is still unofficial because neither has the camp of Eric Chille confirmed it that they sent any condition to NFF, or neither has the camp of NFF confirmed it that they received any condition from the camp of Eric Chille. So right now we are still seeing it as a kind of fallacy that Eric Chille sent a 19-term condition for him to remain the Super Eagles manager. If he's to continue as a Super Eagles manager, that all these conditions need to be met by NFF. So that is the standing of things right now. And then Eric Chille actually gave Super Eagles of Nigeria a bronze medal in this concluded AFCON 2025 tournament. And because of that, many Nigerians are seeing him to be selfish, that he has not done so much, that his pedigree is still so little, that he does not have much in his cabinet for him to demand such offer from NFF. And then the current situation of things right now is that NFF pays him $50,000 per month. And one of those conditions that he gave them is that he will be receiving up to $130,000 per month. 100 for himself, and then the other 30 is for his backroom staff. So that's the situation of things right now. So many people are saying that Eric Chille is now becoming selfish, that he hasn't done so much for him to deserve all those things. And then in my own opinion, I see it as Eric Chille now having a standard. He's now seeing his worth. You know that before now he might not be seeing his value, he might not be seeing his worth, but after the 2025 AFCON tournament in Morocco, he's now seeing a better version of himself, because an offer came from Tunisia whereby he's been promised $100,000 per month. And also there was a link with Marseille. You know that Roberto De Jabi just got fired in Marseille, and then Eric Chille played for Marseille. Yes, there was a time that he played for Marseille, and then he has an intel, maybe an information came that he should just bring himself, he should offer himself. And then if it happens that happens, it then means that there is every possibility, or he stands a chance of being appointed the manager of Olympique Marseille. So after the AFCON tournament, he's now seeing value in himself, like him getting attached with Olympique Marseille, and also Tunisia bringing in an offer of £100,000 per month salary. So all those things made him to realize that he has value, and then he actually worth more than his current earning. So because of that, he has to place a condition for him to remain the Super Eagles manager. That if that is to happen, all these 19 conditions need to be met by NFF. So that is where the issue lies now. Whether he will be remaining or that he will not be remaining is what we can't really tell for now. But unofficially, this is an information that is circulating between the camp of Eric Chille and the camp of NFF. And then mind you also that Super Eagles players are so much in love with this guy. They are so much in love with Eric Chille. They actually want him to stay. And then NFF has this history of not being good to managers, especially Nigerian managers. Evidence is in that of J.U.D, Austin Egavon, Sunday Olise. Many of them, their encounters as the manager of Super Eagles of Nigeria with NFF didn't go down well. So they have this history of not being good to managers. And then now, Eric Chille has forwarded his 19 terms for him to remain the manager of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. So nobody knows how it is going to be. Yes, I just see that this guy is now creating a standard for himself. There is nothing wrong with an individual creating a standard for himself. If you can afford him, you should remain with him, or you should go for him, or you should come for him. if you can afford it. He just created a standard for himself. And then not forget that this guy, this dude, is a francophone citizen. Yes, though he's from Mali, but he has the citizenship of France. He spent many years there, and then that is where he was living before before NFF came for him. So it is not today, it is not a thing of today. So that exposure, he already has it. Like, he can't just see himself being treated as a local manager the way that NFF usually do it to other managers. He can't see himself receiving such treatment. So that is why he just had to obey his terms and conditions. If the Super Eagles of Nigeria or NFF really want him to stay, they should meet up with his demand. Or if they cannot deal with his demand, they should just let him go. That is the standing of things right now. And then mind you that Eric Chille still has up to 2 years contract with the Super Eagles of NFF. And currently he's receiving $50,000 per month. And he still has up to two more years before his current or his contract with the NFF expires. And even before that happens, already he's seeking for an exit in a way. Or if NFF wants him to stay, they should be loyal to his condition. That is the two-way thing now. So if NFF actually wants him to stay, they'll have to meet up with his demand for him to stay. Or if they don't want him to stay, he'll have to end his contract as the Super Eagles manager. So these are the two things right now. And if NFF, they are not really comfortable with the terms of Eric Chille, it then means that they have to sack him. And then if they have to sack him, they have to pay him upfront, because he has up to 2 years in his contract. So it's as if everything is on the neck of NFF now. It's either they meet up with his condition, or they should sack him and then pay him upfront. So that's just that. And then mind you again, Tunisia is somewhere waiting for him to become the manager of Tunisian national team. So all these things are the things that are causing spark between NFF and Eric Chille. So for me, I have no issue with the conditions of Eric Chille. I can understand him. He sets a standard for himself, which is so cool, which is so perfect. Like, you have to know your worth, and then you expect people that value you and cherish you and then admire your worth to come for it. That is what he's all doing. But where I'm having issue with Eric Chille is where he's a kind of bringing in family into it. For crying out loud, this guy is under a contract and then he's being paid for the job that he's doing. He's being paid for the job that he's doing. So why bringing in family into it? Expecting a free flight ticket for his family, and also a good residential area. Residential area is good, but why bringing in family into it? That's where I'm seeing it that he's getting it wrong. Because not even in Europe, club and country, will you see a coach that when penning down a contract, he will have to bring in family for it into it. He's being paid. The guy is being paid, so he should sort out his family issues with what he's earning as the manager. So that's why I'm saying that he's getting it wrong. Like, he got it totally wrong in this angle. There should be no family. Don't miss family and your work, because whatever thing you are doing, you are being paid for it. So from what you are earning, you can use it and then take care of your family. That's my own stand on that. Then outside that, every other condition is just cool. Understand? Him having the right or the asset license to be scouting players, wanting to be the one in charge of calling up players, going from all divisions and all levels of games, and even the Nigerian Premier League, to scout out players that can play for the Super Eagles of Nigeria is good. Understand? Under 17, he can go there and then get players. Under 18, he can go there. Nigerian League, he can go there and then pick up players, which is very, very fantastic. For me, I have no issue with that. Having an office as a coach, I have no issue with that. Understand? 24 hours electricity, there is no issue with that. So if NFF can actually do this thing for him, it is actually a good move. And the other way around, he's just trying to kind of create the that do exist in Europe. Because in Europe, club and country, these are the things that you get. These are the things that coaches are allowed to have access to, so that they can bring out the best in them. Understand? A coach has the right, just like Michael Carrick is doing. He normally go to Manchester United under 18. You understand? And even lower ages, he normally go there to watch them, and then from there he can pick up players that he can recruit into the senior team. So that one is very, very normal. That one is also normal. It's also good. You understand? So if NFF can actually do this for Eric Chille, I can assure you that Eric Chille might get good results. He can get good results. And also, Nigeria, we have their name in history as one of those coaches that are growing in terms of having a good coaching mechanism, because these are how you get it in Europe and also in some Asian countries. But in Africa, you hardly see things like that, especially in Nigeria. So I still feel that Eric Chille is still right to some extent, though he's not wholesomely right with those his condition. He's not wholesomely right, especially bringing in family into that. But other ones, he's so good. He has started for himself, and then he wants to stick to it. If you can't afford him, you let him go. You can't afford him, you let him go. Tunisia is coming with an offer of $100,000 per month, and this is an amount that many of those players are getting weekly. The likes of Victor Osimhen, Alex Iwobi, Ademola Lookman, many of them are receiving more than this weekly. Eric Chille is just for the month, so he just wants it to be that pay me $100,000 per week, then the 30,000 that is attached to it, you can use it and then sort out his stuff. That's the only thing. Understand? That is the only thing that he wants them to be doing for him. Then outside that, every other condition that are attached, except that of the family, is so cool. I see nothing wrong with them. So let us know your opinion in the comment section. And also, if you are just coming across this channel for the first time, do well to subscribe to it, turn on the notification button, and share so that I can get to other people. Thanks as you do that. It doesn't take much for you to subscribe to my channel. Just a click and then everything is done. Thanks for watching. Remain blessed. One love.